If your next YouTube video determined whether you lived or died, what would you do differently? What type of idea would you put out there? How would you plan that project? How would you record it? What would you put into the editing? How would you package it? How would you promote it? I think this is a really interesting question I was thinking about the other day because it gets us to think about like the possibilities, perhaps the things we could be doing, the things we're not doing. It just gets our mind to start thinking about things that we weren't thinking about. It gives us new ideas, new ways to think. And I think it also takes all the things that we've learned and it pulls them out. It takes those lessons that we've accrued as a YouTuber over the journey we've done it, the things we've learned from other YouTubers, and out of just a sense of survival of I'm gonna die if this video doesn't beat my best video that I've ever done. All of a sudden you're starting to sweat. You're starting to think of things maybe you hadn't really taken seriously. You're starting to get creative. You're starting to think about what has worked, what could work, what's worked for others. It's just an interesting question to think about. If you have any thoughts, share them in the comments below. But it's got me thinking about different ways to level up my YouTubing. Trying things is fun. Experimenting is a way to explore and try new things to see what might work and what might not. But at some point, we've got to take that experiment and evolve it into something that's going to be effective, that's going to generate the type of activity and results that we're looking for. So I recently did a video that took a lot of the things that I'd learned, that I've applied, and then it added some layers, and I put them all together into this video that tells the story of my wife's new project, a big project that we're doing. I'll give you a little teaser here. You can click on that to see what we bought. The idea I thought was great, the way I packaged it, the editing, I really put a lot into it, and it did pretty decently, but I definitely would have died because it did not beat my best video ever. I was hoping it would, it really was, but it did get me kind of to push the envelope further. And I've got some other projects that I've been doing. Really what I'm trying to do is incorporate more of the ingredients that make videos better in each and every video. What does that get you thinking? If it really were going to determine whether I lived or died, it might take me a few months to really work on that video. I'm going to think about an idea that just can't fail. And I'm going to think about how to shoot it and edit it and include things and include people and resources that I, again, like this is life or death. So I'm putting everything into it. I'm going to be promoting it for a while. I'm going to build a list of people to go watch this video immediately because if they don't, they're not going to have a friend anymore. They're not going to have a neighbor. I'm going to edit it. I'm going to have people watch the video before I publish it. I'm going to get feedback. I'm going to include all kinds of cuts and dynamic elements. It's going to be like a feature film, it's going to go all the way. So the general idea is just to be thinking about. A good question will get you to change your mindset. Think about things you might not think about. And a good question around whether or not you're going to live or die will get you to think about things. Your brain will squeeze for the absolute ideas that it comes up with to save you. Something about survival mode. So think about that question and what ideas does it give you that you didn't have before, that you didn't do before, that maybe were too risky, or maybe were too far out there, too hard. Maybe this will get you to think outside your box and try something different that might actually help you grow your YouTube channel. I'm Jason Scott Montoya, and I'll see you on the next video.